MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the San Francisco Giants and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Well, in a 7-game series, winning Game 1 on the road is great, but it doesn't mean all that much if you can't back it up and win Game 2. A win here really puts them in a commanding position, but if they split these first 2 games, it basically becomes a best-of-a-5-game series starting all over again from scratch.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. Carlos Carrasco is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
If you want to pick up a win as a starting pitcher, you have to go 5 innings to get the win, and that's just what he did the last one. I'm sure he'd like to be out there for a little bit longer on this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Hard hit ball to second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting second, the center.
And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, you focus on this lineup, the middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters. The guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Batting third, the second baseman.
Now at the plate, Wilmer Flores. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Giants down in order. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Kevin Gausman will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was in his previous start.
Coming to the plate now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here comes the 0-1. Clearly fooled there on the slider.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gun.
Batting second, the center.
Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
So digging in now, Oscar Mercado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit. They'll throw into second.
Batting third.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Mercado leads off second with 1 gun in the inning. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters, and go grab some bench.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup.
And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And the the run will score as the Tribe strikes first to lead it 1-0. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
The third baseman.
And now, Jose Ramirez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. His career numbers against Kevin Gausman, he's gone 3 for 11.
Make a good pitch right here and get your offense back in the dugout after only giving up 1 run.
Gausman uses a split-fingered fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
Leading off for San Francisco, the right fielder, number 5, Mike Yastrzemski.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
0-1.
Comes set with the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Alex Dickerson.
Now here it comes. Right side, hit hard. And the Giants are officially into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. A 2-run home run for the guy they call the baby giraffe, Brandon Belt. His first homer here in the series, and the Giants move out ahead. It's 2-1.
When you're facing an elite starter, you know runs are going to be at a premium. I don't know if this shakes the starter's confidence, but you know what it does? It certainly boosts the confidence of the guys in your lineup.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Mercado is underneath this one. And that's out number 2.
Batting eighth, the catcher.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
Lined hard toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Batting ninth.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Brandon Crawford digging in next as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Comes set. The 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Crawford, a California-born ball player. He was a 4th-round selection during the 2008 draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in middle rounds.
And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Now batting.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
So that brings up the outfielder Austin Slater. Line toward the alley in left center. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. The relay to second now, but he's safe as a run will score on the play as well.
Well, we've already had some hard-hit balls in the first 2 innings here, and here's another one. Absolutely jumped off his bat and into the outfield, bringing another run home here in the early going.
And that'll bring up Steven Duggar. Lifted in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Giants 4 and the Indians 1.
Leading off for the Indians, the left fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Naquin.
Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Hit out towards second. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting 7.
Stepping in,
The first
Carlos
baseman.
Santana.
Hello.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Santana.
High chopper over to the right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting 8. The right fielder, Jordan
Striding
Luplow.
in, Jordan Luplow will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Here comes another 0-2. Hit on the ground to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Now at the plate, Wilmer Flores. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So a good start to the inning for the Giants. Leadoff hitters aboard.
And they start the 3rd inning the way they finished off the first 2, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
Into the box, Mike Yastrzemski. And he puts it on the ground to second. A dive, and he knocks it down. But they will not get it out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
The left fielder, Alex Dickerson.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. But this is speared by the first baseman.
The first baseman, number 9.
So 1 gone here in the San Francisco 3rd. And standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. He's set. Here it comes. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Naquin's on his horse. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for the Giants.
So it's first and second with two men gone. And standing in here, the veteran third baseman, Evan Longoria. From the belt, the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Giants leave a couple, but they lead it 4-1. Striding in for the Indians, Roberto Perez will step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one, only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Throw on to first in time, one away.
The batter, number 7.
Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A ball and no strikes. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Belt has it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now back.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
At the plate, Oscar Mercado. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Bases are empty here with two men out. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then
threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. They trail it 4-1. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on.
Oh, and that's knocked down. Throw to first in time, one gone here in the fourth.
The batter, number 35.
So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. And now pitch on the way. And now the second pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left. Naquin is there now, and it's 2 pitches, 2 out.
Now batting.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Austin Slater. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
Francisco Lindor.
Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Duggar giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And here's Franmil Reyes stepping in. There's a fastball swung on and hit foul off to the right for the first strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Reyes, once a member of the San Diego Padres organization, he was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
Ramirez.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Yastrzemski's got it for out number 3. Indians go down 1-2-3, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. All ready to go in the top of the fifth, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Steven Duggar.
Steven Duggar.
First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to center field. Mercado is there, and he has it for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
He's set, and the pitch. A shot down the first baseline. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Popped him up. Lindor waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, number 5.
Next to bat for the Giants, Mike Yastrzemski. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole, and that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Yeah, some guys have the ability to rise the occasion, while some guys shrink away when it matters the most. Well, this guy is a gamer. He's been on fire since the postseason started, and after that hit, it looks like he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
At the plate now, Alex Dickerson. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A ball that's tarrying. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. It's been a struggle for them to get anything going. And he said they just seem way too anxious right now. The numbers back that up, too. They've swung at the first pitch more than 70% of the time in this game. So their focus going forward is to be a little bit more relaxed and willing to let the at-bats come to them.
For the Indians,
thank you, Heidi. So here's Tyler Naquin. He'll get his side started in the inning. And, Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away. But whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit. Leading off with the boys, this guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Carlos Santana stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. That evens it up 1-1. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And he's back easily. A ball and 2 strikes. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. Tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
On to the pitcher covering, and it's in time. A double play, and the inning is over. 1 hit's all they get. 5 innings complete. It's the Giants 4 and the Indians 1. Adam Plutko takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 45, Adam Plutko.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Brandon Belt.
He Pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Roll, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Roll, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, you could tell his eyes lit up on that ball right there. It was a little up, but it was out over the plate. Tough pitch to pull, and this guy's known for going deep both sides.
Hernandez at second to Santana to get the double play.
The catcher, number 28.
Ready now, Buster Posey. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this will kick off the base of the wall. The relay. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
The batter, number 35.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as he rips it on the ground to second. Reined in. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On to the bottom of inning number 6. San Francisco leads this one 4-1. Standing in, Roberto Perez. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to break the bats up.
Cesar Hernandez is in for the 3rd time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Fastball right back to the mound. And he will bypass the double play possibility and take only the out at first.
Now batting, center fielder.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Oscar Mercado. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a ground ball to third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And another foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Indians fail to score. They trail it 4-1. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Austin Slater. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Hernandez backs up a bit and he takes charge for the 1st out.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So now to the plate, Wilmer Flores. He swings and grounds it to short. There's one. Throw to Santana, the double play, and that's how the side is retired. Giants are down quietly, but they lead it 4-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Francisco Lindor. 0-1 the count.
Lindor.
Now the pitch. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Crawford will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
The batter, the
Now at the
designated
plate,
hitter,
Franmil Reyes.
Grande.
He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Strike one to start the at-bat. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that two-seamer has a mind of its own.
The bouncer to the left side. Throw in time at first for route number 2.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
In now, Jose Ramirez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit ball towards the hole. Taken in by Flores. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. So in now for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski. So far, 2 for 3 in this one.
The right fielder, number 5, Mike.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the series as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Yeah, that home run is an absolute backbreaker. You still have some baseball left to play here, but with a 4-run lead, it could be a non-save situation. So they might get the rest their closer the rest of the day. 4 runs feels awfully good.
Now back
at the plate, Alex Dickerson.
Alex Dickerson.
And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. Mercado is right there, 1 down.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Brandon Belt will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the third baseman.
At the plate, Evan Longoria. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Line drive base hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at third.
Adam Simber enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Adam Simber.
Buster Posey will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. Men on third with 2 down. Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 6-1.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You're in trouble. You're one pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make one bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
The batter, the designated hitter, Austin.
Into the box now, Austin Slater. Line drive to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Giants 8 and the Indians 1. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
No, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looking really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
The batter, the first baseman.
Digging in the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. Doesn't matter if it's 0-2, he's locked.
He has great bat-the-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard ground ball to third. Taken in by Longoria. Throw gets him 2 down.
The catcher, number 55.
Digging in and looking for more, Roberto Perez. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Indians leave 1. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Oliver Perez comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Now in the box, Steven Duggar. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to center field. Mercado is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box now, Wilmer Flores. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch on its way. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Perez is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. For a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Luplow is there, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 5.
Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Mike Yastrzemski. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Boy, talk about having a day, Gabriel. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
Stepping in now, Alex Dickerson. Grounded down the third baseline. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Into the box, Brandon Belt. He swings and lines it to left. Naquin is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order due up. It's the Giants 8 and the Indians 1. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Cesar Hernandez. He's the one to start off the 9th inning with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Swing and a liner. But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
The center fielder,
striding into the box, Oscar Mercado. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. Grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. This one's down to third. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out.
Now
that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And this ball's in the air to left field, and this should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it for the final out. And the Giants will take a 2-0 lead back home for Game 3 as this one is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
8-1 is the final tonight. The Giants get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Kevin Gossman is credited with the win. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Giants, 8 runs on 17 hits.